Hello YouTubers, welcome back to another Lot Spice for 11 YouTube video, and today I'll be reviewing the 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver Universal Remote Control by the One Company. Previous video you saw me unbox this thing and it wasn't working. The button was jammed, the battery was dead, depleted, but I've fixed that problem now, touch wood. So here it is. Now there's no box or anything because it didn't come with one apart from the parcel box, so yeah. When I first tried it, I plugged it into the mains, obviously while it had the dead battery in, and it can still turn on, but it had a jam button, mind you. So, found out it had a lock code on it. So, I asked Smithel, he asked, I've forgotten the pin. I went, do me a favour, check your manual, because I think there'll be like an instruction of how to override it. So say if you get your pin and you have to get out, because with the 12th Doctor Sonic and the 11th Doctor Sonic remote, you take the batteries out to, to override the code, which is pretty cool. This one, even though I replaced the battery, it would still remember the code, which was, I don't know why. So he looked in the manual and he found the code. So if you have the 10th Doctor Sonic remote and it's locked and you've forgotten the pin for it, it's 3 clicks first. Then it's 9 clicks, and then it's 7 clicks. That's how you get into it. It will override it. So, yeah. So here is the Sonic. Now I'm going to talk about the brief history of the Sonic screwdriver, this one anyways, how it was made. So the materials is aluminium, plastic. So yeah. So the top part is aluminium. So is this dog collar section and the bottom section here. That is plastic, and the emitter is plastic too. So yeah, and that blue strip is plastic as well. This was made by using David Tennant's actual prop and using the reference photos such as like what they've used on screen. And then they've got the prop itself from David and basically did a 3D scan. So the Universal Remote Sonic Screwdriver was made by using references of the 3D images. So basically what we have is a direct copy of the prop replica. The prop, sorry. So they've used David Tennant's prop to make the universal remotes. So the universal remotes is like screen accurate, apart from the parts obviously, well, apart from the metal sections, but other than that, this bit on the real thing is metal. I believe that's like metal as well. I'm not too sure. I believe it's metal on the real thing. That I think it was painted on in the show, and that would be like resin or something, and then that would be something of an old light thing, I don't know. But yeah, and then the inside will be like an acrylic rod. So yeah, so basically this is a replica, basically, this Sonic. Not only that, it's also a TV remote, but I will be using it as a toy because why not? So for all my times, I've always been using the character toys and my modified one. I've got them to the side for comparison, especially my 11th hour variant, because my other one has been temperamental at the minute. I need to sort the wiring on that one. But yeah, so here it is. So we're gonna have a look at the Sonic itself first before I get into the features. So here we have the Sonic. You've got the blue dome, which it swivels. You could probably tell there. It swivels, and then you've got inside. You've got the indentations of the slat sections. Then you've got the inner section there. And it's like nicely milled, like so. It goes all the way to the top, like that. For the bottom here, it's got the divs that dives into the sort of teeth mechanism here. It was a lot flush before I started fixing it, but since it's been fixed, it's not as flush because the thing has been glued on now. So it's kind of lifted it slightly, but it's not too noticeable unless you look really close with your eyes. It don't really bother me, but it still looks really cool. I managed to not scratch it when taking it apart, so that's good. Because to take it apart, you'd have to like pry really hard through here, and I kind of like dinted this a little bit, like a little scratch mark, but it's not really noticeable. It's a bit frosted at the minute because the glue kind of overspilt, and I've had to clean it off, but it's not. It looks alright. I'll have to try and clean it as much as I can when I got a chance. But yeah, so you've got your crackle effect here, which is not directly copied. It's just like more of an impression, a depression in the plastic. It's not too much like the toy. I'm trying to focus it. There we go. So you can see the nice cracks. So it's not painted. It's just a depression in the plastic, especially on the strip, and it continues all the way around, like so. I think it looks really nice. I quite like it. Then here you got your little ridge sections, which again, it's really nice. So yeah, extending the Sonic, you have the yellow wiring. Again, the glue overspilt. I'm going to clean it off with something. So yeah. And you can close it like that. You got this, which is plastic. It does rotate a little bit. It does wiggle. It's more of a clipped-in piece of plastic. The button. If you're going to take this thing apart, be careful you do not lose this little bit here, because that's important. Otherwise, you're going to have a weird Sonic that doesn't tend to work properly. And then down here, you've got the end cap section, which again is aluminium or aluminum if you're American. But yeah, plastic. It's similar size to the one on the toy, but it won't. The toy one won't fit on this one, but you can pull it off. It's got a magnet on this end, so you can put it on a bit of metal. Here's the stand I made for it. I know it doesn't look much. It's just a bolt with some rubber in it and wire soldered around it to prevent the rubber from falling out. But it would, it would sit on like so. But yeah, this is where you stick in your charger. It's micro USB, so be aware of that. So yeah, and it just clips on. It does rotate on the bottom, but it's something you got to be aware of. It's nice and it's heavier than the toy. Put it this way, it's top heavy, due to the aluminium parts. But yeah, it's nice and rattly. It rattles like the actual prop really, and it's really cool. And then you can extend it like so. It's a bit stiff to open up because the new battery is a bit bigger than the old one, but it works fine. It slides up and down. I think on the prop it like extends to here, like about there. So, but on the remote it's like all the way up there, which is nice. I quite like it extended about that point. But yeah, so I'm going to turn it on now. Turn it on, you're holding the power button. Let's go to practice mode. So we have practice mode. It's where you can do your gestures and stuff. So would you like a... Sorry, this is what Volkswagen 07 did when he was doing his reviews. But yeah, and then you got double press. And then you can go to control mode. I've got it programmed to 2 TVs, one to prank my dad with at some point, and then one for my main TV. So yeah, you can tell. Then it's gesture base. So yeah, then you can press it another time. So now it's on quiet control mode, so you won't get the sonics, but it will make the clicks. Like a Minecraft type click. It just reminds me of that. Then you go to fixed mode. Then you hold down the button. And you did a doctor. Look at that. It's quieter when it's closed in. So, yeah. Look at that, that's pretty cool. It's very good at opening doors. And then of course, not only that, but in effects mode you can do this. Press the button twice. Sorry, the button's a bit temperamental still. Because since I fixed it, I lost the metal thing for the button. It's like, you got to press in a little bit harder just to get it to work, but it will work fine. Touch wood. There we go. So yeah, and then if you press it 7 times, press it 7 times in effects mode. Oh, for crying out loud. Try it again. You get that. Also, you can get Morse code. That's cool. But yeah, that's really cool. Now to do size comparison, I've got the toy. This is the B&M one with the Day of the Doctor core in it. See, 4 sounds. I forgot how chunky these things are. And also the button is temperamental on the toy, but you know, it's a toy. So it's really massive. It's a lot thicker as well on the toy. And even the heads. I believe in the show, in the 12th Doctor episode, Bill's first appearance, you see the toy version of the 10th Doctor Sonic in the pot of Sonics. I believe, so technically this is screen accurate on the toy, so you learn something new every day, but it's smaller. This one's really smaller, so this is the exact same size as a prop. So dimensions are the same. It's a little bit heavy than the toy, just a tiny bit heavy. The bottom part on the toy got it right. Obviously this one looks like it had a button on the slider, but now this one does. So yeah. And to extend, it's very well similar. Now let's bring in my custom made ones. Let's see how off I was. So the body, I've actually got it the same size. That's pretty cool. But the head obviously is a lot taller, and because it's thicker as well. So other than that, my custom made Sonic is not half bad. Let's extend it. Let's see how far. The toy extends a little bit more than the prop, really. But it's still dimensionally the same, apart from the head. You can see how off the head is on the toy than it is on the replica, really. But on the show, when the 12th Doctor first uses guitar with Bill Potts, you could see the trace on the pot of Sonics and you saw this poking out, so it was this head, so it's screen accurate on the toy. But yeah, it's weighty, this one, a little bit weighty. Now obviously I don't have the stand or anything, but I've got a custom made stand so I can stand the screwdriver up. You know, it's a little bit more sturdy than just the box standard magnet where it's on there, which can, you know, knock. So that's why I prefer to use this. It's a little bit more safer. So yeah, now I don't know how long you stick it in charge for, but I think it's about an hour or so. But if not, it'll be until the light turn green. But yeah. So overall, I really enjoy this little thing. It's really cool. If you see these, definitely get one. Don't hesitate. I will say that they are pricey on eBay, like even for second-hand broken parts. I mean, the parts alone, say the body was going for 50 quid, the bottom end was like 30, the head was about nearly 70 quid. So I guess you could buy parts really, but I'm not, you know, why would you want to do that? I wish there was like a metal body for these. I wish somebody made like a metal body. I know the same Sonic, different case made the one company Sonics into a metal bodied one, so I think he used like a box standard metal body and just had to adapt it to fit the one company Sonic. Here's a neat little thing. You can unscrew the bottom like the CT. My mate Smithel has the CT Sonic and his does that, but mine's the one company. My mate Josh has one of these Universal Sonics and his unscrews. So yeah. But yeah, really, I recommend you pick this up. It's really cool. Obviously, if you're going to use it as a toy, just be careful with it. I know it's like glass in some cases, especially on here. I've had to glue that down. Other than that, it's really cool, nice and compact. So to do with the 12 Doctors, let's get the 11s. It's had a polish up with that brass other thing I've used. So it's got no batteries in. So it's weird the fact that that was the first Sonic release, then that was the second, and that's the last one. And my collection of one company Sonics is now complete. I might actually take a screenshot of that. It's pretty cool. I'll post that on Instagram. Anyways, so I hope you all like this video. If you want to see more of my content, feel free to check out my Instagram and my it said YouTube, you're already on it. My TikTok, .spicer10 on TikTok, and my Instagram is .spicer11. I do have a TARDIS account for my Instagram. It's the Doctor's TARDIS 10, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy to present the screwdriver, and I want to thank Smithel for making this review possible. And yeah, thank you for watching. Alonzo.